Hello, Wildcats. I'm Alex Spensky.
I'm Eddie Torno.
And welcome to the Wildcat Rewind.
Starting off this week's episode, the JV football team went on the road against Hortonville, getting shut out by a final score of 39-0. On the other hand, the freshman football team closed out their season, dominating Fond du Lac 44-7. The varsity team ended their season with a tough loss, 48-23. The Wildcats thanked their seniors like Chase Brandel, Zach Bartles, Jaden Franzak, and Alex Dyken, whose leadership and commitment have set a foundation for the future of Wildcat football.
It was senior night for the girls swim and dive team as they swam their way to a 118-66 victory against Oshkosh North and Lourdes. Along with it being senior night, Samara Zanar was less than half a second away from breaking 2 pool records.
Now we're going over to the new segment, Cats in the Cafe, as I got to try this week's special at the Wildcat Cafe, which also happens to be the sponsor of this episode, with Brady Joel as he previews this year's wrestling season. Hey Wildcats, I'd like to introduce you to the new segment, Cats in the Cafe, where we review each monthly drink and tell you exactly what we think.
Hey Eddie, welcome to the Wildcat Cafe. What can I help you with?
I heard about the new Think Pink drink. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you come on back and we can make it.
Great. I'm Eddie Torno, and today I'm joined by Oshkosh West lineman and star wrestler Brady Joel. Brady, how are you doing on this fine October day?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming down to the cafe and giving us some business, trying out our new drinks.
Couldn't think of anything better to do. This month's special is the Think Pink Fizzy. It is a fizzy with starry, red raspberry syrup, and French vanilla creamer. Brady, do you have anything to add about this drink?
Yeah, so I'm a TA here at the cafe, and my mission here was to raise awareness for breast cancer. We did that through a drink, and then also every tip and donation that you give this month does go to a breast cancer awareness foundation. So we're just helping out the community, and it starts right here at the cafe.
That is an amazing thing to fight for. So, do you think we can actually make it? And while we're making it, could I ask you some questions about your wrestling?
I'd love to. All right, to kick this fizzy off, every one of our fizzies starts with a nice handful of ice, and then this specific fizzy is going to get our starry soda. So would you like to pour that in?
Absolutely. While I'm doing this, can I ask, with the transition from football to wrestling, how are you feeling for this season?
I'm feeling good. I mean, obviously everyone knows what happened this year with football. It's kind of a disappointment, but I feel like this wrestling team is strong, and the senior senior core is really strong. So I feel like we can go out and compete every time we're on the mat, and I'm really looking forward to finishing off my high school sports career strong with a successful wrestling season. All right, the next step to making our thing pink is you're gonna add in 2 pumps of our red raspberry syrup.
So, Brady, what is your biggest focus on the mat this year? Whether it be your ground game, your stand-up, your cardio, where do you see yourself having to improve the most?
I feel being a newer wrestler, only wrestling for 2 years, definitely my cardio is what stands out to me. Going to be on varsity this year, definitely you're taking the next step in wrestling, so you got to be able to finish matches. And I mean, on JV, you can kind of get past not having the best cardio, but this year it's really going to take good cardio to come out on top and make myself as successful, at least somebody who can balance with the best competition in the state.
Mm-hmm. Brady, for this last step, I'll let you do the honors.
Sure thing. So to finish off all of our fizzies, we go in with a splash of our French vanilla creamer.
While you're doing that, I'd like to ask, as a team, what do you think you can do to overcome any future roadblocks?
So yeah, like I talked about before, the senior team is very, very tight, and I feel like our relationship with our coaches is just different. It's just different. Other teams don't have the relationship that we do with our coaches. So any problems we have, if whether it's a kid not trying hard, or whether it's a problem in school or something like that, we can take any problems we have to our coaches, and they'll be able to help us out. I feel like that's just a big piece to have, is trusting your coaches, trusting your teammates, and I feel like we are together as one. We are a brotherhood that is really ready to just kind of tackle any challenges that come our way this season. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, now that we made the drink, why don't we give it a try?
Great.
Myself some, or you some? Alright, let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers. I do really like that raspberry. Thank you again, Brady, for coming down and showing us how to make this.
Yeah, no problem. I thank you guys for coming down and really trying to push out our drink as we try to just support a bigger cause.
And you can thank yourself for coming down to the Wildcat Cafe, trying the Think Pink drink, and being able to support a better cause. Go Wildcats! That was delicious. Now let's run the course with the cross-country team. Girls took 7th place, and behind a strong showing from Celso and Juan Collins, the boys finished 6th in the conference meet at Countryside Golf Course.
The boys soccer wrapped up the regular season with the winning record, defeating West De Pere 2-0 on the road. Goals were scored by Brandon Palomaki, assisted by King Gelhart and Carson Chowinski, assisted by Morgan Kichurcher. Ogan Irvin recorded 3 saves, Jacob Allen had 2 saves, and Gabe Balcom had 1. The boys soccer team has not had a losing record since 2009. Way to kick it, guys!
Finishing off this week, the girls volleyball team went on the road to close out their conference schedule against Hortonville, winning 3-0, finished 7-2 in the conference, which pushes them tied for 2nd place in the FVA. On Saturday, they then traveled to Arrowhead, where the Wildcats would go 2-2 and close out the regular season, as they would beat Muskego and Waukesha North, falling to Oak Creek and Hartford. Speaking of Hartford, the Wildcats will face off against them at the regionals at home on Thursday. Good luck, ladies.
That will wrap it up for this episode of the Wildcat Rewind. Tune in next week for how the regionals matchups turned out. Until next week, go Wildcats!
Run it up, Blondo.